Okay, you guys, we are back and we're back with another video. Man, I tell you, I just love a good win. Like when I see people who have been treated unfairly and have been judged wrongfully and harshly by the public and they've been criticized, and then, it's as though for some reason there's this divine protection over them and they just keep winning. I'm like, this is so good to see. Let's talk about it. And we're talking about none other than Miss Halle Bailey. Yes, I was scrolling through the busy streets of Instagram when I came across a few pages posting Miss Halle and Scott Bridgeway, honey. And they were like, oh my God, we are so happy for Halle. It's so good to see them happy. And there's this short clip of them kissing, like he's kissing her on her cheek and, she's kissing him back. If I find the clip, because I don't know what's going on. Ever since the hurricane hit Jamaica, everything is just not working as it should. So I saw the clip, right? Let me check and see if I can still see it. I saw the clip and I was like, okay, let me send this to myself in a DM. And I know I sent the clip from the page directly because this is something that I've been doing for quite some time, right? So when I sent the link to myself, when I click on it, it's just taking me to Instagram, just Instagram. It's not taking me to the page. So, if I find it again, I'm going to share it with you guys, right? But I'm just saying, it is just so good to see her winning. She has a lot of Christmas special coming up for this month. Yes, the ending of November, and she's gonna be doing a lot of little tours here and there with different companies, different organizations, the different, what do you guys call it? Do you guys call it like TV stations or cable TV? What do you guys call it? In Jamaica, we call it TV station, right? So she's going to do a lot of appearances on a lot of shows. We're going to see her a lot. So she's quite booked and busy for the ending of November and December. And guys, you have no idea how this makes me feel as a woman. I don't know about you. I don't know if it's because I'm a person who is just caring, I'm a mother. Yeah, I know I don't look like it. I'm a mom to a sassy ass, beautiful little girl. She's just perfect. She's just perfect. Sometimes I look at her and I'm like, girl, if only you knew you're lucky. She gets hated on by a lot of people, a lot, for no reason. Well, for reasons that is not of her own. She's spiritually blessed. She's pretty, she's so pretty. You guys would not believe it. Many of you have seen, I've shared videos of her on my Instagram page. She's so pretty and she has a perfect shape, 10 out of 10, perfect. And then you would think that, oh, she's just pretty and she's just perfect in appearance. Oh, but what's going on in that head of hers? Beautiful mind, beautiful heart, very intelligent, very career driven. I wish I could tell you some things that little girl is doing for herself, but she loves to keep her private life private. She loves to keep her private business private, but just know that little girl, she's one heck of a woman. And I'm so proud and I thank God every day. And this is why sometimes when I see, young girls, I can't be harsh on them, even though sometimes their behaviors and stuff is so horrible. I can't be harsh on them because when I look at these young girls, no matter how, distasteful their behavior is at times, I have to be empathetic towards these young girls, especially when they are of a particular age, because not many of these young girls were blessed in the sense that they had people to protect them. And sometimes even when they have people to protect them, you know that the outside forces exist, right? So I'm just saying, when I see Halle as a mom, it makes me so, when I see her winning, sometimes I sit down and I'm like, thank you, God. Thank you, God. No one has anything else bad to say about her, Even talking about it makes me emotional. You know why? I remember when she did that court document and when she spoke about getting abused by DDG. And then DDG responded with his court argument, not saying that he didn't have the right to, because I believe that he definitely had his right. It is his right to represent himself and to seek help. But what I didn't like about it is that he didn't do it from a point of, yes, something is wrong, we need a court to step in. He did it in the sense of, I want to take revenge on you, and I'm gonna stop at nothing to take revenge on you. You are, mentally unwell. You're not fit enough and all of that. And that was a low blow because he wanted to stain Halle's image and reputation so as to make her like an outcast to society. She would become undateable. People would scorn her because you know that when unpleasantries are said about a black woman, all of a sudden people will look at them as being hard to work with, and all of that jazz. So it's good to see her just being graceful, always remaining gracious. You see when Beyonce say, always stay gracious, the best revenge is your paper? Like, I have witnessed that so many times when people, even in my personal life, I've seen when people, say stuff about me that's not true. And when I see people teaming up against me, and they promote lies and mischief against me, and I'll just sit in a corner. There were moments that I cry and I said, that's not me. But every time I cry, I always hear this voice say, be still and trust God. And every time I leave it to God, if I tell you the things that happens to those people, I tell you, some of these people know they are literally afraid of me because they think that, oh, she's involved in witchcraft. No, I'm not involved in witchcraft, but I've trusted God every step of the way to, fight my battles for me. Do you know how Nikki uses that scripture in her song that says, I don't need to talk, the Lord defends me. I watch them all fall for going against me. And every time they try to put her down, God level her up. It's true. Nikki's not telling you that out of nowhere. She's telling you that from her experience. And I've been sitting back for the past couple of weeks and I've been observing Nicki Minaj's life, the history, the things that she's been through. And I'm saying, every time people trust God, you need to ensure that you're in the clean, ensure that you're not on the wrong side. And if you're on the wrong side, you take accountability. So with Halle, seeing this girl win and just being graceful and just, so many doors being open for her. As she said, she asked God for one thing. She asked God for one simple thing. And she said that God has given her an abundance of things that she didn't ask for. She wasn't even expecting it. And she's so grateful to live in what she has manifested and a lot more for herself. And I'm just so happy for her. Like, I'm truly, truly, truly ecstatic. Truly happy for her. Now, I see critics saying, oh, she hates DDG so much. I don't. I talk about his behavior. I talk about what I see in his behavior, what I've assessed in his behavior. And his behavior is typical in men. He's not the only one who's like that. I'm not a magician, but what are the chances that I could tell you his next move? And every time I tell you DDG's next move, that's exactly the move that he makes. And then you guys come back and say, you are right. Even some people who were saying that I was wrong initially are now telling me you were right. I didn't see what you were saying then, but like hell, I can see it now. It is not because he's the first to be doing it. It's because I've witnessed it so often, not just in my country, but worldwide with men. That's how men are in general. And sometimes it really takes an epiphany for men like those to change. Sometimes they don't change because the bad habits, the bad ways, they see it as serving them because They have been winning and they are narcissists, and that's what narcissists do. So I'm just saying, I've seen many narcissists or like DDG. It's not just DDG. And DDG's family foster the behavior because of money, right? So as such, it's gonna take like a epiphany for someone like him to change, and oftentimes they don't get change. They just get better at being deceitful and hiding their deceit, right? But I really would want to see DDG continuing in this capacity, in this manner, because he's only going to create a trail of baby mamas. He's saying that he wants to marry and settle down, but while marriage is not something that you're entirely prepared for, I think that DDG, if that is an approach that he's going to take, he needs to get some therapy and he needs to break the attachment from his mom. It's good to have a good, healthy relationship with your mom, but I think he has a particular attachment, and we've seen this in a lot of black men, not just black, but we've seen it in a lot of black men and their parents. That's my, culture, the black culture. So I have to talk about my house first before I can venture into other people's territory, right? So like we've seen it in so many of our black men, and many of them, even though they say they'll get married, they'll never marry until their mom passes, because that's their first wife. For many of them, they'll never get married until the mom has passed and they see the need to have another wife to take care of them. Many boys are married to their mom spiritually. I'm not talking about intimately, spiritually. That mother is their first wife, and they won't get married until, the mother passes. Then they're going to look for a woman who is going to stoop to their level, who is going to accept all the abuse and the condescending behaviors and all of that. That's who they're going to settle for. And then publicly he's going to tell the world that he has an amazing wife because she's putting up with his BS, like Snoop Dogg and his wife. Did you guys see the other day? Snoop Dogg was gifting his wife, was it ring? So like a new set of rings or something. And she was there like, okay, hurry up and get it over with. She's there and she's still in the marriage, but she has mentally left the marriage. And her behavior she was silent, but her silence was so loud that it was a trending discussion on TikTok. And people were showing you that she was like, she wasn't there. She was physically there, but her mind was elsewhere. She was like, okay, I'm not going to embarrass you, but okay. Her eyes told a story that she has checked out of her marriage, but she's going to stay married to him. Because, many women want to live a celibate life. Many women, they don't believe in breaking their marriages, even though the husband has stepped out quite a few times. They don't believe in breaking their marriages. So they're going to stay, they're going to keep that because in their heads and their mind, that's how they were cultured, not to leave their marriage. And many of them are God-fearing, so they'll keep praying to God and say to God, you know what? My husband has broken this covenant, but I'm going to stay true to this covenant. So that is what a lot of women do. And those are the type of women who will get married. Men knows how to find those women, the woman who they can step on repeatedly, and that woman is going to stay. And then when a few of those women leave, they'll realize the goodness of what they had, and they'll be trying to fight to win back that woman. But when she's gone because she's fed up, like Chloe and Tristan, even though they're still together. Chloe and Tristan, Chloe and Tristan, they're still together. They are not fooling anyone. Are they fooling you guys? Because like hell, they are not fooling me. But I'm just happy for Halle. I'm just happy that, a young mom, a young lady like her, multifaceted, she understands her power. She's loving herself more, and she is just excelling. And I'm so happy for her. I love to see it, and I can't wait to see what else is in store for her. But guys, that's all I have to share in this video with you guys. Let me know what's your take, and we're gonna talk some more in the comment section. Peace.